Thanks for watching Sports Beat, a playoff edition. After a memorable regular season for the Utah Jazz, it's playoff time. From 19-28 in January to 48-34 by Game 82. The Jazz hope to make this season even more memorable with a playoff series win over the star-studded Oklahoma City Thunder. Let's go. Game 1 in Oklahoma City. Donovan Mitchell's first playoff game. He dressed the part, and he looked the part on the court, too. Jazz defense tough early. Nice pass from Ricky, sets up a Donovan dunk. The Jazz could not ask for a better start. The ball was moving. The Jazz up early. Donovan hit his first 4 shots. This 3 gave the Jazz a 14-4 lead. The lead grew to 12. Another favors to Gobert connection. 16-4 Utah. The Thunder would respond with a 19-6 run fueled by the hot shooting of Paul George. More on him later on, talking some trash with Joe Ingles, and for good reason. Carmelo Anthony gives the Thunder the lead, and they never gave it up. Things go from bad to worse for the Jazz in the second. Corey Brewer steps on Donovan's foot. It would be a problem for Donovan throughout the game. Turnovers hurt the Jazz. Russell Westbrook made them pay. He had 29, 13, and 8, just 2 assists shy of a triple-double. And there was also Paul George. He's cooking. Paul George on fire. Things getting a little physical. Ricky Rubio and Russell Westbrook. Russell got an offensive foul for that. The Jazz had no answer, though, for Paul George. He continued to torch the nets. Donovan, with that foot, a little injured. You couldn't tell. Drops a 3 to get the Jazz within 6. He had 27 and 10, first rookie since LeBron James to have a 25-10 game in their playoff debut. But there isn't much you can do when Paul George is playing like this. Royce O'Neal's a terrific defender. It doesn't matter. The offensive rebound, the buzzer beater. Donovan on the bench. He had to check out, had to go get an X-ray on his foot. They were negative, but he will get an MRI tonight or tomorrow to determine just how bad this is. Playoff P just continued to kill the Jazz. 36 points, 8 of 11 from 3. That's a Thunder franchise record for a playoff game. The Jazz fall in Game 1. Game 2 Wednesday in Oklahoma City. Rod is there and has more on a rough night for the Jazz.
Hi there, Jeremiah. Well, the Jazz did what they set out to do. They got off to a good start. They led by 12 in the first quarter. And when you look at the stat sheet, let me read some of them to you. Jazz had 3 fewer turnovers than the Thunder. Oklahoma City only out-rebounded the Jazz by 4. Jazz shot 47% compared to the Thunder's 48%. So all those are good numbers in a playoff game on the road. But then you look at the stat line of Paul George. Playoff P, as he calls himself. Jazz thought they played pretty good defense on him, but nothing could stop a guy when he's that hot, hitting 8 of 11 threes for 36 points.
You tip your hat to, guys when they're able to hit, contested jump shots.
We played well. They hit a lot of tough shots. We played great defense. I think Paul had 8 threes. We just got to be locked in a little bit more as a team and just stay focused on the defensive end.
Obviously, I was hot tonight, but that's the level I'm going to bring it every night. My job is to help, Russ, and with that is helping the team. So, it's my job to bring it and bring it at a high level.
They shot the ball well, but, we know this is a long series. It's a 7-game series, and, we're just going to go back, watch some film, see what we can do better.
When he's aggressive, man, it changed the game for us, as you've seen tonight. Like Mel said, he got it going. And our job is to make sure we find him and make it easy for him.
You see Donovan taking off the shoe in the timeout.
I want you to look at the grimace on his face right here.
Besides the loss, the biggest concern to come out of Game 1 is the health of Donovan Mitchell. Corey Brewer stepped on his foot.
I feel fine. I think I just stubbed my toe. Nothing major.
He later re-aggravated that injury, and Quinn Snyder sent him to the bench early in the 4th.
But he had some soreness in his foot, and they went back and X-rayed him, and they said he's okay. Doctors cleared him, so I put him back in the game. And then when I saw him, it looked to me like he was feeling it a little bit, and we just wanted to make sure, so I took him out.
I was just limping, so the trainers saw me limping, and they thought that I needed to come out, but I was just being a baby, so I'm good.
Now, we don't know how serious Mitchell's foot injury is, so we'll keep you updated the next couple of days if it gets any worse or if it gets better, as Game 2 isn't until Wednesday. Now, a little bit later in Sports Beat, another big factor in tonight's Game 1, the play of Rudy Gobert and Derek Favors. Was it enough, and will it be enough to get a win in Game 2? That's coming up a little bit later in Sports Beat, Jeremiah.
All right, thanks, Rod. We will see you then. Now, a little history was made tonight. Donovan Mitchell had 27 points. It's just the second time in franchise history that a Jazz rookie has scored 20 or more points in their playoff debut. The other one, Karl Malone, of course. The mailman delivered 23 points in his playoff debut, a 101-93 loss to Dallas in the 1986 NBA playoffs. He also added 13 rebounds and 2 steals. The Jazz would lose the series.